So what's up, everybody? So I know that this is not a familiar sight. It's definitely not for me. And I do want to apologize if my voice sounds a little different or I sniffle a little bit. I don't know if I've got a sinus issue or a cold, but anyway, we'll power through it. But as you can see, here in Georgia, it has snowed, and we don't get snow very often here, so you know how that goes. Something strange happens. It doesn't happen very often, and everybody thinks the world's coming to an end. Everybody wanted to go and pillage and purge every store of milk and eggs and bread. So yeah, the roads ain't that bad. I just went and drove on them, and it doesn't having the right vehicle obviously helps. Like, for example, the Subaru that my aunt has that I've shown on the channel already. It is all-wheel drive, so it would be a lot better to use out in the snow than my Jeep. Because there's no four-wheel drive vehicles at my house anymore, which is stupid because the last 3 vehicles I've had have been four-wheel drive. Well, not the Lincoln, but the Tahoe, the Yukon, and that Ram, they were all four-wheel drive. And of course, when I actually want them and can actually have some fun with them, I don't have them anymore. So, but anyways, my Jeep is 2-wheel drive. I know a lot of people would give me, giving me flack about it, but for one, I'm not going to buy a Jeep like this to go off-road with anyways. It's an independent suspension vehicle all the way around. And so they don't articulate very well off-road. So I wouldn't take this off-road to begin with. I would buy a solid axle vehicle. So either an F-250 or a Ram 2500, 3500, or an F-350 or a Jeep Wrangler or a Gladiator or something like that. I'm not going to go and buy a car like this that probably will never ever see off-road, even if it was four-wheel drive. I mean, with me, I probably would take it off-road, but I know what it can and can't do. But like I said, this is 2-wheel drive, so it did just fine. As long as you know how to drive and you've got common sense, it's not that big a deal. I didn't really have any issues. I didn't drive very far. I only went to the Ingalls that's up the road from me. So maybe like a 5 to 10 minute drive, which now is probably about 30, just because of, the snow. Got to be a little bit more careful. I'm not the only person on the road. But this is definitely something new. This probably won't last very long. I think it'll probably last today and tomorrow. Today's Friday. I think it's the 9th or the 10th of January. But, yeah, I mean, it's good because it gets my car dirty. And that's what I was kind of wanting. So if I go drive around a little bit more, I'll get it even dirtier. Because I was wanting to get dirty. Because I like getting my cars dirty because it gives me something to clean. But with the weather being as cold as it has been, it's probably going to be a while before I clean it. Like right now, it ain't that bad. It's in like the 30s. But like I think earlier last night, it was in the low teens, which is why we have the snow that we have. There is ice in certain spots. I do drive on the highway to go to work. I do have to drive on a little bit of a back road to get to work and get to the highway. So I don't know how that's going to go tonight, if I even go. But yeah, just because you have a Jeep doesn't always mean that you need to have four-wheel drive to drive it. Like I said, I did just fine. It is dirty a little bit. It's not, filthy. I didn't get stuck. I got sideways a few times. It is what it is. I would slide and I'd slow down. It's just what's going to happen with ice. Like my mom's truck's 2-wheel drive, but she's from Virginia like I am. So she knows how to drive in the snow. I haven't really had to deal with it that much in my lifetime. But, yeah, we should be okay. But, yeah, aside from that, I needed something to make a video about. And this definitely is it. I was trying to find somewhere where I could do some donuts, but I can't really find anywhere. And the police are kind of out more than normal just because of, the weather. So I didn't want to ruffle any feathers, so I didn't do anything like that. But there you go. So hope y'all enjoyed this little bit of our winter wonderland, if you want to call it that. Yeah, I mean, it's nice and snowy. We figured we'd get like a couple of inches soon. I think what we got was a couple of inches. So I know Texas is getting hit with it pretty good. My sister lives in Alabama. They got ice. They didn't really get any snow, but we got a little bit of both. It was sleeting a little bit, but I think tonight it's supposed to get a little bit colder than it is now, so everything will stay frozen and wet. So, like I said, I don't know about, the whole work thing. It's not really worth it. Like it doesn't do this very often here in Georgia, so some companies have some leniency, but others not so much. So, but yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, just figured I'd let y'all see this, and just to say, yeah, my Jeep is 2-wheel drive, but it does just fine in the snow. I obviously know, don't act stupid when it's snowing. Don't drive fast. Don't do anything stupid. If you're in an open parking lot, that's one thing. But like on a little road, like where I live, where you can barely fit like 2 cars on it, yeah, don't do that. Don't go fast. Don't drive like an asshole. Be courteous. Have common sense, and everybody will be just fine. So, anyway, hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see you later.